Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with our Road to the World Record save, and we are here today to look at the World Cup. We've currently had a lot of World Cups. We've just passed the 22-42 World Cup, and as you can see, it's come home. It's come home twice in a row, actually, with England recently winning the last two World Cups. We're going to have a little look through all of the past winners and some records from the World Cup and see if there's been any crazy winners going on throughout our save. So, we start off, obviously, we're back in time. FM15, Germany go on to win the 2018 World Cup. Slightly different than France, winning over Argentina. 2022, it's the return of the Spanish over Brazil, with Turkey coming third. This was the Qatar World Cup, obviously. 2026, Spain get back to the final but lose to Portugal. 2030, Holland finally break their sort of curse and beat Argentina in the final in England to win it there. 2034, Brazil beat out Portugal for another World Cup, with Mexico coming third. They also come third in 2034 when Italy beat out Brazil. Brazil go back to win it in 2042 over Mexico. Poor Mexico, 2 third places and a second place over 8 years. And then 2046, look at this. France beat Nigeria in the final, which is crazy. If we look at the sort of all the group stages, this is the groups here. Maybe we should look at a final. We can look at a tree version. So can we look at the whole tournament? Oh, that worked for a second. What tree? Final. Why does that? Okay. There you go. There we go. So, Nigeria got to the final by beating out Brazil, Portugal, and Uruguay. Meanwhile, France took out USA, Colombia, and then England. So, nearly an African side winning the World Cup there, but just losing to France in the final while Brazil come third. Portugal then win the next one over Uruguay. Argentina in 2054 beat Turkey out in France. And then look at this, 2058, Slovenia win the World Cup over Turkey while Mexico come third yet again. Absolutely insane. Slovenia end up winning the World Cup. It's funny, actually, because if you look at the group stages, where are they? Are we in 2058? There we are. Slovenia actually came second to Turkey in this... in their group, so they meet up in the final again. Okay, look at the tree. Slovenia ended up beating Brazil on penalties, Portugal, Mexico, and then Turkey in the final, where they beat Colombia, Spain, and Greece. So that is huge for Slovenia. 2058 World Cup. Put the bets on now, lads. So a very, very cool win for Slovenia there. Next year, Brazil back at it again in South Africa, beating Portugal out. 2066. Can you imagine? 100 years on from 1966, Germany beat England in the final, 3-1 in extra time as well. God, I think the entire country of England would go into absolute just anarchy if that happened. That would be, oh boy, that would be something. Next year, 2070, Brazil beat the USA in USA to win the World Cup there. Unfortunate for the US. They could have got their first ever World Cup on home soil, but unfortunately not. Holland beat France next in 2074. Not too bad. Argentina go back-to-back. Argentina then beat England. Can you imagine? Just 12 years after losing to Germany, we lose to our next biggest rivals, Argentina, in the 2078 World Cup. 2-0 there in Russia. They go on to beat France then. Holland win it again in 2086 over Germany. Then Germany win it over Ukraine in 2090. And then 2094, England lose to Belgium 2-1. England are not having a good time at this point. They are really not. 2098, Turkey beat Brazil to get their first ever World Cup. And it's a 5-0 win as well. It's dominant. It's very, very dominant, which is incredible. They go through, they beat the US, they beat England, Chile, and then Brazil in the final, easily. Czech Republic getting to the semi-finals as well. Very good from them. But that's a cool one for Turkey. Brazil go back and win the World Cup next year over England in 2102. Not the best, to be fair. England get through a very tough stages just to lose to Brazil in the final. And then the next year, the next time they lose to France. I think five times in a row now they've lost it. I think England would I don't think England would be a country anymore. Genuinely, all the rioting would just turn the country into ash. 21-10, Germany beat France. 21-14, it comes home. 100 years into the future, England win the World Cup over Spain, with Australia coming third, and it's in England. It would have been years and years, but England eventually did. They beat Italy, Belgium, Australia, and then Spain in the final, while Spain take on Uruguay, Czech Republic, and Argentina. But finally, it comes home in 21-14. We just have to last that long to get there. Next year, 21-18, Argentina go back to win it against Germany. Italy win it in 21-22 over Germany. And then Germany go back to win it in 21-26 over Spain. England win their second World Cup, 21-30. It's only a 16-year wait. Incredible scenes. They win it over Brazil in the final 3-2 there. Then Brazil win it 2 years in a row, 21-34, 21-38 over Argentina and Germany. 21-42, Denmark. They've won the Euros, and now they've got a World Cup in the bag. They beat Spain in the final 2-0 after taking on Argentina, Czech Republic, and Uruguay to get through. So incredible for Denmark there. 21-46, Germany win it over Brazil. 21-50, look at that. Another, only 20 years. And England win it. 21-50 over Italy in the final there. England are starting to they've had a lot of losses, but they're starting to get a few wins now. Portugal win it back-to-back over Holland and Colombia. Brazil, 21-62 again over Uruguay. Turkey win it in 21-66 over Portugal, which is pretty cool. Then we go, look at this. 21-70, England win it over Denmark in the final, beat them on penalties. A penalty final win for them as they beat out France, Italy, and Colombia. And then finally Denmark. And then back-to-back for England, 21-74. They finally get revenge on Argentina for all those years ago when they beat them in the final, beating out where are England? Scotland in the second knockout round, Spain 5-0, Holland, and then Argentina. So very, very good from them. And then they nearly do a three-peat, but Paraguay beat them. Just insanity at this point. Paraguay winning the 21-78 World Cup, 3-1 over England, beating out Austria, Holland, and Italy. Insane stuff. I thought England were going to do three times in a row, but Paraguay of all people win it. 21-82 Italy over Holland. Argentina win it over Italy then at 21-86. 21-90 Germany over Argentina. 21-94 Chile beat Ecuador in an all South American final, which is quite interesting. If we look at it, I think it was nearly an all South American or America's semi-final, but England lose out to Chile there. So good win for Chile there. But then England get revenge the next year, 21-98, winning over Mexico in the final. Poor Mexico, they've come second and third so many times, but just never won it. Win it on penalties as well, which was pretty good. Germany then won it in the first World Cup of the 2200s over Holland. 22-06, Argentina beat Switzerland, while Wales come third. This is Wales' best ever World Cup, even though I've been managing in Wales for 200 years. They haven't done very well in the World Cups. They lose on penalties to Switzerland. So pretty decent there. Then Germany win it, 22-10 over Mexico again. Italy over Paraguay, trying to go back-to-back. Not back-to-back, but a second one for Paraguay. Spain over Germany. Then Argentina over France, sort of the usual suspects here. Germany over Holland. And then 22-30, Serbia beat Brazil. I think it was on penalties, wasn't it? No, they beat them 1-0. They beat out Haiti, who got to the second knockout round, Portugal, France, and then Brazil in the final for Serbia's first ever World Cup win. And then 22-34, France beat Mexico again. Poor Mexico. In England. And then 22-38, 22-42, England beat out Ecuador, and then they beat out Spain. This most recent World Cup, I'll show you it. Incredible scenes as Egypt, in their home World Cup, get all the way to the semi-finals before getting smashed by England. And Spain, who had not conceded a single goal in the World Cup, lose to England in the final 2-1 on extra time. So that is it so far. The next World Cup being hosted in Russia, Can England do a three-peat? We'll have to see. It'll be a few years until then. These are the records. Brazil have won it 13 times. I need to actually have a little count up of all the teams winning it. So we will be back right in a second. Okay, we are back now. I have tallied up all of the World Cups, and since I'll do it with all of the historic ones and then all of the normal ones. Basically, if you count, like obviously the record said 13 for Brazil. This is discounting West Germany's 3 World Cups. If West Germany's counted towards Germany would have 14 World Cups. They've won 10 since this save has started, and they're the most successful international side since the save has started. Closely followed by Brazil and England with 8 each. Argentina have 7, Italy have 4, along with Portugal. France and Netherlands have 3 each. Spain and Turkey have 2 each, and then a single World Cup for Slovenia, Belgium, Denmark, Paraguay, Chile, and Serbia. So overall, Germany with West Germany's World Cups have 14, Brazil have 13, England and Argentina 9 each, Italy have 8, Portugal and France have 4, Netherlands 3, Spain 3, Turkey 2, and then the single ones, and then Uruguay have 2, but have never won it in our save. Then when you look at second places, poor Mexico. Mexico have lost the World Cup 4 times. Not the record. Brazil and England have both lost the World Cup 6 times, and that's a record. Germany and Argentina and Spain have also lost the World Cup 5 times since the save has started. But Mexico are probably the most unlucky team. 4 second places, 4 third places. The teams that have come second, Nigeria, USA, Ukraine, Colombia, and Switzerland have all lost 1 World Cup, and Ecuador and Turkey have also lost 2 World Cups each, unfortunately. So, did Turkey win one? I think Turkey must have won one at some point. They did win one. I don't know why I didn't put that down. Maybe I must have missed that one. So Turkey did win one. So ignore me for the second. But yeah, then you obviously have third place sides. Russia have come third 3 times. Australia, Wales, and the Czech Republic have come third 1 time. Argentina the most, with 7 third place finishes. If we actually look at teams that have won the World Cup but never lost it, you have to look at who is it? Was it? Did I get that wrong then? Why have I put Turkey in second? Did Turkey ever lose the World Cup? They did lose the World Cup. I don't. My thing's all over the place, obviously. Oh, there we go. So who has won the World Cup but never lost it? Slovenia. Slovenia have won the World Cup and never lost it. Belgium have won it. They did come third. Chile have won it but never lost it. And Serbia have also won it but never lost it. So very, very interesting there. When we actually look at the proper records there it is. Highest attendance, lowest attendance was 24,000 in 22-14. Biggest win, France over Belgium, 11-0 in the group stages, 21-54, incredible. Then there's an old one. Most games won in a row was Portugal, 16. Most lost in a row was Kuwait. Portugal was the most games without losing. Most games without winning was Iran. Most games without conceding, Holland. Most games without scoring, Egypt. Most team goals, 28 goals in a World Cup, incredible. And the most team, because it was Egypt. The top goal scorer is a Nigerian player, so by Femi Adewusi, with 12 goals in the World Cup, which is pretty incredible. And also a Nigerian in the 21-34 World Cup scored 6 in a game. Juan Mata has the record for assists with 7. A Scottish player somehow has the record for highest average rating, 9.13 over 3 appearances. Incredible. Youngest player was Martin Prieto from Uruguay. The oldest player, 43 years old in the 2014 World Cup, Mondragon, the Colombian, I think he's keeper, I guess. And then your youngest goalkeeper and oldest goalkeeper, I think, well, the youngest is actually a new record, South African fella versus Suriname. But yeah, that's the World Cup at the moment. It's very different. We've got a lot of different teams in the World Cup now. This recent World Cup was incredible because Germany, Belgium, France, Austria, and all of those lot weren't even qualified. So if you look at the groups here, you've got really interesting groups like Egypt, Serbia, Peru, Suriname, the Brazil-Nigeria group, Spain, Turkey, Haiti, Tunisia. You've got Kuwait getting to the second round. Denmark beat out England. Qatar are in there. Lebanon are in there as well. Hungary, Syria, Senegal. It's very interesting. So hopefully we can add more to this as time goes on. I'll be back in maybe a year or two when I've done 100 more years and see how things go. But yeah, let me know if you want me to go through more. If I want to go, maybe I'll do the Euros as well. That would be a good one, especially with the Euros going on at the moment, to see who have won the Euros or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. I stream this save if you ever want to check it out. Smory7 on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But yeah, hopefully you had a good time, and I'll see you guys next time.